Hello everyone, this is your Amdar Valiri channel and I'm your Reema. This video is actually about children who are facing learning disabilities and disorder in their lives and how to succeed them to their life and how can parents and schools support them in this time. So every child is different and special in their own way, but when it comes to academics few really do it, and who have learning disabilities work hard, but that is not full of needed. But some students are faced additional challenges in classroom because of learning disabilities. So first we need to know what is learning disabilities. It is like a disorder which inhabits the ability to process or retain information. For example, if 10 students of the classroom have 5 students who are really they don't know like to retain the information from their teachers who teaches or to write or read or anything. So the disabilities consist of writing, speaking, listening, understanding mathematical concepts, and with general comprehension. If something in this is low in them, they have something called learning disabilities. So learning disabilities is actually a neurological conditions which affects the brain to send or receive or process information. So this actually may difficulties in whatever I told, that reading, speaking, writing, and all those things, and they can actually be classified in four types, and they are dyslexia, and the second one is dyscalculia, the third one is dysgraphia, and and the next one is actually ADHD. So the full form of ADHD is attention deficient hyperactivity disorder. So this actually I'll be telling you in brief about this when I just come to an end. So you need to know something. You know about Albert Einstein, who is a very brilliant scientist. He was also an effect of dyslexia. So what is dyslexia? Let's see what is dyslexia. Dyslexia is the most common forms of all learning disabilities. It is actually based on the language-based disabilities in each child or person. For example, the person who is having this disabilities doesn't know how to read properly. So the visual prepositions and athletic and all those things are very, like, they can't understand the words in sentences or paragraphs, or they have actually often problems with processing and understanding what they read or hear. When a teacher have a reading comprehension, when she reads, the children who have this disorder doesn't understand very fast than others. Or when you read something, when I read a story, they can only, like, even though they are reading, they can't understand what they are reading. They just read it blabbly, that's it. And these children who have dyslexia may have good powers in art, music, 3D visual propositions, and athletics and mechanical abilities. So people who are having disabilities itself, they will be only weak in something, but they will be very good at something. So, and the next one is the dysgraphia. In the word dysgraphia is always means that graphics, which means writing. So dysgraphia is related to the physical act of writing. Few children are very hard to write a letter or some word, because their power of recognizing the letters, how they form, how they draw, how is the figure of the letter, they just forget, or they couldn't draw it properly, drawing in sense of writing, and it feels very difficult for them to do it, and they take more time and energy. Amount of energy is extension. So other students may write a paragraph in 2 or 3 minutes. This child will take at least 10 minutes for writing it. And to this we need to encourage them, because further than that, if people are discouraging these children, they feel very bad, because they feel I have a disabilities and others are good. So we need to always congratulate them and say that you're doing it well. And the next is dyscalculia. So the same thing, calculation. So calculation in math. So dyscalculia is a learning disability that affects the ability to grasp or solve math concepts. So they have a very difficult time in, like, solving or understanding the math concepts, mainly in that arithmetics, because it is very difficult for them to remember the formulas and all those things, equations. but people with but just like dyslexia, people with dyscalculia can also be taught and achieve success, like other things like art, music and all those things they can be good at. And the fourth one, as I said, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is a disorder that causes children to lose focus on tasks very easily. Like they say, she is a hyperactive child. They get bored very easily. They couldn't like focus on the one thing. If a teacher says to focus on this lesson, they easily get distracted from that lesson or from anything. Oftenly they'll be in daydreaming, like they get angry very soon. Like, how could I say, for example, a boy who's very hyperactive, who always thinks he's like he can do anything, but he couldn't focus on anything. If he's just writing, if someone like ask him a question, he just forwards that and he forgets to write the whatever he was doing the work. So people with ADHD are often in this world because they are very easily distracted and they couldn't focus on anything. They'll be very loose of corporations and all those things. And so how to recognize these learning disabilities? How could we really know that this child has a disability? So it is actually that they have classified into three groups. The first one is that preschool age child and the grade of 1 to 4, and the third one is 5 to 8. So the signs to look for preschool age schools are like they speak very later than most of the children, and the pronunciations have many problems, and they have a very slow vocabulary growth, and often they are unable to find the right words, and they just get confused with the rhyming words. And there are also trouble in learning numbers, alphabet, days of the week, or colors of shapes or anything, and extremely restless, easily distracted. As I told that ADHD, right? They'll be easy distracted any for anything, and the trouble in interacting with their peer groups. To their age of students, they are very often very quiet and they don't speak, and their motor skills are very slow to develop. And if you see it for the second group, which is 1 to 4, they're actually they learn very, they are like learning their connections between letters and sounds very slowly. For example, confuses in basic words like run, eat, want, or sun. And the one sun, that means the sun which is on the sky, and the other sun which is your son, the father's son. So they just confuse with those words and makes conscious readings, and spelling errors includes like for B and D they just get confused, for M and W, or words like felt, left. So there are many things that they will be confused. And the transpose of numbers, sequence, and confuse arithmetic signs like that plus or minus or equal to or whatever signs, they just confused in it. And to remember the facts, like you need to remember some theories which you need to just write it, they'll be very difficult for them. And the new skills like heavily on memorizations, they couldn't really memorize lots of things, unable to like have a grip on the pencil, they couldn't hold it properly because it'll be very difficult for them to how to hold it also. And the trouble of learning about time, they couldn't really take this I mean, for example, in a timetable with like 2 hours I need to study, they just don't get into 2 hours. If they tell 2 hours, they just like study for 1.5 an hour, just go running or something, they just get distracted. And poor coordination and awareness of physical surroundings or to anything. So the third group is science for the 5 to 8 grades. So these children have really a reverse letter sequence like soiled, solid, or left, felt. As I said, they'll be very confused for the sequences of all those things, and they'll be very slow to learn prefixes and suffixes, roots of words, and other spelling strategies. And they actually these people in 5 to 8, they really avoid reading aloud. If they also read a book or anything, they just lead to their mind itself, they don't just read aloud. And they have a trouble with appropriate word usage, they don't know where to use the word and how to use it, and difficulty with handwriting because many people in this generation have very bad handwriting. And awkward first like or a tight pencil, they just do awkward things when they read. So few people, there will be different styles of people holding a pencil, even that says they have some disability. And avoid writing assessment because now Now if you see that many people are really, they avoid writing anything, they feel very bored when they write. They say, why should I write, and they just go. And slow or poor in recalling facts. If the teachers had taught something today, when the teachers ask tomorrow or even 2 days after, they just forget. And difficulty in making friends, because nowadays nobody is like talking very freely to their friends, so they just go and get many friends. In trouble in understanding body language and facial expressions. If I say that there is the teacher is gonna come when somebody is doing some naughty things, they couldn't understand the body language and facial expressions. And the fourth one is actually about science seen in high school students and adults. So you can't say only children have these disabilities. Even actually this disabilities can't be cured by anything. This is just, it's gonna be till your life, it's gonna be a thug life for you. And if you see how the role of family or parents in accepting and being sensitive towards children who have learning disability, they should be very, because they can't just leave and go like this, rejecting and neglecting parents. They are parents who don't really show more care on their responsiveness on their children or the manningness of the children. They just leave them. So we shouldn't be like them in disability students, mainly because they'll be, you shouldn't discourage them, or you can't just say you can't just say the weaknesses of the children, and you can't hurt them. So you need to be more responsive, and you should not demand more on the child, because you know that the child can only give this much of amount of interest towards this. You need to like go with that and cooperate with that. And nowadays people who are children who are having disabilities and their parents are very, if they are illiterate or uneducated, they really don't know how to take care of the child, and they lack proper knowledge and guidelines to deal with children with such difficulties and display negative attitudes and reactions toward the children's diagnosis. And they may also display some rejections, frustrations, and overprotections and loss of hope, because they just leave. Oh my god, he's going to be like this, why should I take care of him? You shouldn't be like that also, because these children really feel very bad, and psychologically they will be affected very much. So we need to be very supportive, and you need to show more care on them, and we should be very we should interact with them very well. And the third and the last thing is that I really want to tell you to all people who have disabilities and their parents also, interact with your children and interact with the person who has disability, and make sure that they feel very comfortable. You treat them as everyone, not so special or not so very low. Treat them as simple as everyone. So you shouldn't show any more like responsive or less anything. So you need to be as common as everyone. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please share it, like it, subscribe my channel, and if you don't like it, comment why you didn't like it, and I'll just do it better videos. Thank you. Bye bye.